Welcome to Balatech. In this video, we are going to be drawing the floor plan of a room and parlor self-contained. Actually, we have been given a question here. We are asked to draw the floor plan, and we have been given these specifications to follow while drawing the floor plan. It's actually a very mini room and parlor self-contained. So what we are going to do first and foremost is to check the scale. We are actually asked to use scale of 1:100. That is, for every dimension we have, we are going to be dividing it by 100 to get our real millimeter. So I'm going to be making use of this plain ruler. Actually, I should have made use of a scale ruler, that is a triangular scale ruler like the one showing on the screen right now, but since we don't have that, we are going to be making use of what we actually have to draw this particular plan of this building. So let's get started. Now the first thing we have to do is to calculate the walls. We have been told that it is having what, 225 millimeter. That's the thickness of the wall is 225 millimeter. So we are going to calculate the length and the breadth. So the length is what, 5,002 plus 3,000, that is what, 8,200. So I'm going to pick my t-square and then draw a straight line like this. I'm going to measure my 82. That should be 8,200 divided by 100, that's 82. So that's going to give me like 8.2 meter. Like I said earlier on, is actually a very small building, more like a student hostel or thereabouts. So we are going to measure the breadth also. The breadth is giving us what, 3,000 plus 36, that is what, 6,600. So at this point I'm going to draw this, then at this point also I will do the same like this. All right, so I'm going to measure my 6,600, which is going to be around here. Okay, yeah, so this is it. Now what are we going to be doing next? We are going to be making sure that we draw all our walls, okay, that is inside of this building. So starting with this place, this is 3,000. I'm going to make 3,000, that should be what, 3 centimeter. So I'm going to mark my 3 centimeter right here. Then I'm going to mark what, 1,800, that's 18, 18 and 16. Okay, so at this point I'm going to mark this 1.8. all right, so this is another 1.8. Had even we had a scale ruler, it might have been easier for us to do. So this is 1.6, this is 1.8, 1.8 and 1.6. so definitely this ending part should be what, should be 3,000 as given right here. Okay, so let's erase this excess that we are not going to be needing. Okay, so we don't actually need that, that's why we erased it. Now we are going to draw from this place also. We are going to pick 3,600 from the top here to the center. So this is 3,600 right here. Okay, so at that point of 3,600 I'm going to draw a straight line like this. Then at this individual points, following the plan given, following the plan in the question given, I'm going to what, draw straight upward like this, and then likewise like this also. Okay, then never forgetting this place also. Okay, so we'll do this also for this place. All right, so that's that for the plan. We have actually brought out all the parts we are out to bring out. Now they told us that the wall is what, of thickness of 225. So what are we going to be doing? We are going to be dividing this also by 100, that is 225 divided by 100 should give us about 2.25, that's millimeter. So it will be around 0.25 centimeter. So I'm going to mark 0.25, that's in centimeter. All right, yeah, then I'm going to do likewise the same. Okay, that's, we are marking it inward. Okay, don't be confused, we are marking that 0.25 inward. Okay, there are actually two ways you can do it. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of this video. If you are given our dimension to be in this form, we can actually draw a straight thin line first, then mark our 0 point. It's actually 0.25, so that should be like 0.1125 or thereabout. So we can mark 0.125 here, then 0.125 here, then draw our thick line. All right, or better still, this should be where our dimension will stop. Okay, or better still, we pick the latest point. Okay, after drawing our dimension to this particular point, we pick our 0.25 inward and then draw our wall. Okay, we can actually draw it like this or like this. So I'm going to be following this method. I am actually drawing it inward. Okay, I'm picking my 0.25 inward since it is stopping here, but I can actually pick 0.125 here and pick 0.125 here, then draw my wall. Okay, it's also okay, it's also accepted. All right, so in order to do this, I'm going to draw from here. So the thickness of the wall, that's 0.125. all right, then to this point also the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to do the same too for this part. This is 0.25. okay, then I'll draw like this. Okay, so for the inner part, there's actually a way we can do it if we are not using this method. Okay, if we are using this inner method, all the lines that are drawn here, we are going to be calculating our 225, okay, to the part with more space. All right, we are going to calculate our 225 to the part with more space. As we can see here, this is actually the bedroom. It's having a lesser space than the kitchen and than the living room. So we are going to calculate our 2.25 to this part. All right, we'll calculate our 2.25 to this part. Then when we calculate it to this part, we are going to draw like this. Okay, then for this part also, we are going to be calculating it upward. This is 2.25 right here. Okay, 2.25. so we draw like this also. Okay, now for this, we are going to calculate our 2.25 here like this. We are going to draw this. This is actually a very simple plan to draw. Then this also, we can calculate it to any part. Since this part is smaller than here, we'll just calculate it to this part like this. This is 2.25. yeah, then this place we'll calculate it towards this side. This is 2.25. yeah, like this. Okay, so what we are going to do is to draw this upward, then draw this upward like this. Okay, so it remains this place. We are not yet done. It remains this place. So this also. Okay, so now we are done with drawing all the walls. What is left for us to do now is to draw the window. Let's start with the window first, and we are going to be starting with the living room window. Actually, there's not going to be any window here because this is actually where the console and the TVs and everything are going to be. This is actually a very, very small room, so one window should be quite enough. All right, so for this window, we are going to be making use of this W2. They told us it's going to be 1200. Okay, so that's 1.2. So the first thing we are going to do is to pick the center. This is actually 3600. That's 3.6. Okay, so we are going to pick the center, which is what, 1.8. This is 1.8 here. So at point 1.8, we are going to pick what? This is 1200. So I'm going to pick 0.6 upward, then 0.6 downward like this. So it's going to be at this point. This is going to be our window for this part. All right, like this. Okay, so for here, this is our window, 1200. So let's move to the bedroom also. We are also given W2, that is 1200, and the length of here is what, 3000. So I'm going to pick what, I'm going to pick 1.5 first. Okay, then I pick my 0.6 here and 0.6 here. All right, so what we are going to do is just to draw this, then draw our window like this. All right, so now this also, we are actually given one W2, this W2, then this is 1200. So this is what, 3600. So I'm going to pick the center first, which is 1800, like I did in this place. Then from the center, I'm going to pick my 0.6, then 1.2. okay, so I'll just draw this, yeah, like this, then like this. Okay, so that's that for this particular places. We move to the kitchen. This is also W2, which is 1200, and the total length of the kitchen is 3000. So it's going to be like this place. I'm going to pick what, my 1.5 first. That's what I'm going to pick. Then I'll pick 0.6, then 0.6 downward likewise. So we need to get all our windows first, like this. Okay, we are not going to be making window here because this is actually where our cabinet is going to be, and then this is where our gas cooker is going to be facing outside. All right, so we are not going to be making any window right here. Okay, and before I forget, this is actually a terrace. Okay, so it's going to be opened, actually it's not going to be closed, so we can represent that with short dashes. Okay, can represent that with short dashes, yeah, short dashes like this. Okay, so this is a terrace. Now moving to our visitors toilet, the window is actually here, and we have been given the window to be what, 600. Now you need to neglect this and neglect this. In drawing the plan, we don't actually deal with the length. Is when we want to draw with the front elevation that we might be taking this into consideration, but for now we are going to be working with this, and this. So you have to neglect this likewise also. You neglect this. So these are the ones we are working with, the ones in the middle. All right, so for the W1, which is the toilet window, is actually 600. Okay, so I'm going to get the center first. This is 1800 and 1800. What is going to be the center? 900. So that's what I'm going to get first, 900. Okay, and we have been told that the distance is what, is 600. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pick 0.3 towards my left hand side, and then 0.3 towards my right hand side. Okay, like this, then I'll draw my window. Okay, I'll do likewise the same thing also. I'm going to pick the center. This is about, so this is the center here. Okay, I'm going to pick 0.3 towards this part, then I'll pick 0.3 also towards this part. So it's going to be like this. Okay, so that is our window. We are not going to be having a window here also. We are not going to be having a window here. This is actually where our shower might be, but this is the only window we are going to be having. All right, so is that will make our shower here and our tap here, or thereabouts, or probably a bathtub, but this is actually even too small for a bathtub, so let's just leave it alone like that. Okay, so we are done with the windows, I guess. Yes, we are done with the windows. What we are going to move straight to is the doors. Okay, is the doors. Now before we move to the door, I want to quickly chip in some things. We are going to be cleaning all these edges. Okay, so it's going to be like this. At the ending, it's going to be like this. All these other parts which are inside, we are going to clean it. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Okay, so we are not going to be seeing all these inner parts. Same applies to all these other parts. Okay, so I might not be able to do that on video, that's why I'm saying it, so because of the time. So I'm going to clean this also. So let's move straight to the door first before we do that. Now, to draw the door, we have our living room door. We are going to start with this one. We have the bedroom door, sorry, which is our D, and it is what, 900. We are not actually dealing with these two actually, so we are dealing with only this one. This is 900. Okay, so now to draw our 900, that's 0.9. That's 0.9. We are going to leave a little space, very little space here, maybe about 0.25. Okay, then we'll draw like this. Okay, to this point. Okay, that's from this edge. Okay, so after drawing this little sharp edge which I drew here, I'm going to just project it outside a little bit. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to pick my compass, okay, and extend it to what, 0.9. okay, 0.9 centimeter. So I'm going to pick 0.9 centimeter on my compass. Okay, so I'll place it at this point right here. Then I'll draw my door arc like this. So we are going to be erasing this off, this place that actually closes it here. We have to erase it. Okay, so I'm just going to be using my compass for just this one. The remaining I'm going to be using my free hand to draw them. I just want to show you how to draw it because I wouldn't want this video to take too long as it is already doing. Okay, so this is 0.9. okay, for the D. Now we have this one to be what, to be D also, so we are going to be making use of 0.9. so at this point also we can just pick like 0.25. okay, 0.25, the same thing. Then draw a straight line. Our kitchen door is going to be opening towards this part, so we'll just have something likewise like this. Okay, so we will erase this, okay, in this manner. So it's going to be like this. Our door is opening like this. Actually, you can actually draw the door in two different ways. This is actually the new method. The older method is the one whereby you use a straight line like this, okay, in this manner. So this is the old method. It's actually also acceptable, but this one is fine and better, like it's kind of better and easily understandable. Okay, so we move straight to this D1, which is what, 750. So likewise, the same way I picked the 0.9, you are going to pick 0.75. okay, and our door is going to be opening towards this part of the bedroom, so we just pick a little space from here. Okay, a little space from here, then draw a straight line outside like this. Okay, so we can erase this. So our bedroom door is opening towards this part. That's for the bedroom. This is the bedroom that this bedroom is using. Okay, so this is the toilet that this bedroom is using. So we have our visitor toilet also. Is that also having our D1, which is 750. So at this point also we are going to do exactly the same. The door is going to be opening towards this part, so it's going to be like this. Okay, so it's going to be like this. You can erase this off. Okay, so this is it. So like I said in the beginning, you have to erase all these middle parts off. You have to erase it off. Okay, so for our DD, which is our entrance door, is actually 1200, and it is more or less like a double door since it is the main entrance. Okay, so in order to do that, we are going to be using double door. Okay, so in order to draw that double door, we are going to be having something of this nature like this. Okay, so our door is opening like this, and like we said, it is 1200. So this place is going to be 600 and this place is going to be 600. It's just going to be in this manner, something like this. You leave a space, it's going to be in the center. All right, so like this, then leave a space also here like this. This is 600 and this is also 600. Okay, so that's that for this particular door. Our door is opening like this once you enter inside into the house. Okay, so that's that for the door. We are actually done with drawing this, but it remains one single thing: our labeling. Okay, it is very necessary for us to label. We can actually label inside the drawing, but if we actually want our work to be neater, we can actually use key labeling. That is, we should just label this place as A, B, C, D, E, then come outside of our drawing and write A as living room. All right, then write B, that's our bedroom, then you write our C as toilet, like that, or we label it directly inside, that is living room. But being that this place is too small, we might not be able to label it directly inside, so we just have to do that other part, that other type. Okay, and also for our wall, we can actually decide to hatch it. That is, when we have our wall like this, we can actually decide to hatch it, or we should shade it to be black. That's actually for another day, but for this, you can actually leave it alone like this. It is very good like this. Then to our dimensioning, why I'm just saying this is because I wouldn't want to be doing that all in the video. It's going to take time. Okay, so dimension our block. We are just going to project outward. Okay, we'll project from, let me dimension this particular part to serve as an example. We'll project from this point. We won't allow it to touch our block, and you can also allow it to touch it depending, but it's better and neater if it is not touching the main plan. Okay, so we'll project also outward like this, then project outward like this, and we then have our, we make it to pass through this a little bit. Okay, then we strike it like this. What's the total length? Which is 8200. Okay, then we project another one outside again from this particular place which we have here. Okay, then we strike this and this. Okay, so we have our what, 3000 and then 5200 like we have here. So that is exactly the way we are going to do it for this part, and this part. We have to bring out the total and the what and the subtotal. Okay, during dimensioning. So that's that for the dimensioning. And the most important thing, being a student work, is to label it as floor plan. That is the labeling, writing the floor plan there. That's one of the most important thing, because if you don't write your labeling, that's one of the places where students fail the most. If you don't write it, that is floor plan, the lecturer or instructor will just automatically reason that, what are you drawing for me? Is this a box or what? You wouldn't want to understand that it is a floor plan or not. Okay, so you have to write it, and you have to letter it, not just like this, the way I wrote it anyhow. You have to draw our lettering. All right, then write it neatly, floor plan. Okay, so that is that for this drawing. If you found value in this video, please kindly hit the subscribe button to always be the first to get any more educational videos we are going to be dropping on this channel, and smash the like button for the algorithm. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.